don't even show my main screen yet. This is what I see when I go live. I ain't putting a title there yet. I don't know where my main screen is. Exit full. Right. I wake up this morning. And the first thing I see is this message. Because I check on with the New Zealand group because I used to be quite active with them. Until their bullying became incredibly vicious. And I see this comment here, graciously known about from, it was helping to take out the trash. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Because this is my retort to a Ken Ring. He's having your ring, right? Disparaging comments about me, which I don't know what they are. There's somebody, I don't know about anybody's illness, but all I know is, and when it was war, and I see this, please read. He doesn't want to talk about certain things. He misses, I'm not denying that it's going on. So in other words, he's one of those people that says, yeah, it's going on, but fuck it. Nah, stop sending links that show it's happening. I hear he was disparaging names. The scientific method, he go fuck himself. I use electric universe. I use flow things. I can well prove with the physics class I took at university that I graduated. Did you? Numbnut me. And I numbnut you back. Read this shit. Human nights in Antarctica. You believe you spouting at me every official fucking state excuse that sold a vaccine program that's killing people, dropping your heroes on the floor. You spreading this shit, and you know it's real. You know it's fucking real. So what did I have to say to this gentleman? I call him sir. I go, why are you trashing my name, sir? Slave in reserve, that means, and that's what it means. That's why I don't like being called sir. The EMF manipulation of this storm's past and the continual deployments of chem bombs is fueling Auckland's demise once again. Controlling a narrative and bullying me is low behavior and projects your bias fully. Why not just talk to me? Really, I'm reachable, right? I talk to people. If you got a problem with me, yeah, okay, I have a typo there you could pick at me for. I'll leave that there, actually. Yeah. We all make mistakes, but you know what? You made a big fucking mistake bullying me from New Zealand behind my fucking back. I'll stop doing your fucking forecast. You fucking drown. You fucking earthquake. I'm showing you EMF, and I'm going to show you again today the EMF manipulation of your storm. I'm going to pop you a link to my own video that I did myself, my work. I can show you the documents and proving all this shit, and I can show your name, Mr. Ring. You know, Ring is an asshole as well. You call me out, I show up. Zieg that. Nice head. I have to always give a compliment. It is. It's a nice head. I'll bet you that head. Hey, that I'm right. Put your money where your mouth is, because you're probably getting a bunch of long-range forecaster my ass. Long-range gatekeeper from New Zealand at predicttheweather.co.New Zealand. If you pay this service, he's not allowing you to fully know about the weather manipulation. He's protecting it. Let's see who he's using as his sources. Now, this is a learning experience for me. I'm going to learn. He has an almanac. He's making money. Free publications, books, and forecasts. How do I get a forecast from you? Is it free? If I turn here, can I find out? Oh, 1 week for $7. You guys need to unsubscribe from this if this guy is not being honest. Or if he takes your money and then kicks you out from talking about it, you've been defrauded. He is charged for 1 season. For a season. There's 4 seasons in a year. Oh, so he's getting 200 clams, which is 100 pounds a year. Higgins only charging 40. Yeah, dude. I just busted. So he has what I would definitely call a vested interest in making sure his point of view is it. Ludicrous my is. You know what ludicrous is? Is your rock and roll. Mama, on your plumes, and I all know how. I warned Auckland in time last time. It was a river. I told people to move their stuck up. People died. Were you honest about the causation? Because now I'm going to go over your weather of what's coming. And I said, today's video I dedicate to you. I was right about the last flood, and I'm correct again. Fucking live with it, dude. You have a vested interest in this. Vested interest. E-reports, books that you could buy. Hey, this dude's got it going on. Look, do you want the hardcover of his lies where he compromises? No, comprises. There you get. Oh, you could buy his maps and all this. Here, I'll pop you a link. You might be so inclined to subscribe and give your opinion. I have no idea what your intentions are in life, and I don't tell anybody what to do. I'm not bullying or gatekeeping you in any way. And here's the website of a person who has a vested interest in trashing the name of somebody who's giving accurate forecasts for free. Fucking shame on you. No wonder I ain't sold nothing this week. What the fuck are you doing behind my back? I'm telling you, I'm getting sick of this community. What, did you say something to my missus? What happened to her? I'm telling you, I'm going to blame this community. The wrath of Rob is going to fucking show up. And may the flood, in the winds, in the waves of my oceans, pummel the coastlines of New Zealand's Auckland and cleanse the toxic attitude of people who are making money off of you by telling you what you could talk about. Talk about. Forecast. Did you want a forecast? Watch me. I'm going to put it out there for free here. It's coming after this. Boy, you can have a whole month of them for $30. Well, you bet he's eating good steak. I'm on the bones of my ass, you fucking cunt. Probably stealing my forecast. All I know is, if you have a vested interest in the weather, and you call me out, and when I see comments like this, disparaging comments about me, so I have to show up on your post and defend myself and tell you I'm going to dedicate this video to you. And the first thing I do is my homework on people. And I see you're getting paid quite well for a season, for a year. Custom discussions. Oh, what's this one? And more information. How much is that? So if you to talk to me, how much does that cost? So you can have a private conversation with that dude for money. It's disgusting. How many messages for you people I do all day long for free? This dude is getting paid. Dude, I posted the link for your site. In case anybody's so inclined to want to follow your work. I'm not disparaging you. I call a slave in reserve what it is. And that's what it means, actually. Don't call me sir. I'll correct you quick. I'm not a slave in reserve. I'm a free man. I don't have to go to a court and file a fucking paperwork to say so. All I have to do is say so. I do not contract. Well, they could do to my body whatever the fuck they want. I could just say no and stop. The cyclone takes a U-turn. I told you it was going to fucking do this. All right, I'm going now to your forecast. Mr. Predict the Weather there, he fucked up when he called me out. That's a fuck up, by the way. Robert will show up. So, I'm going to read a few of your comments, see what you think about that. Am I okay? What would you? Would you be okay? And you find out some of the other person that gets paid for the weather is trashing your name. And telling people we can't talk about chem bombs that are fueling a storm. So that's the first thing I'm going to do now. Is let's have a look at the chemfoolery cane that's going on out here. Because I've already showed somebody who's using the cane against the geoengineering activist community. He says he knows it's real, and then he says he can't talk about it. That's the worst person of all. Yeah, I know they're loading that boxcar, but it's not me, so fuck it. I'm getting a good steak off because I don't talk about it. What an asshole, in my opinion. You have the soul of a donkey, which is an S. An S soul. That is all. And may the ancestors in the hills drop a rock on your head and give you some sense. Have some courage. Grow some balls. Put people before profits. And now for you, you don't need a subscription to pay me to give a forecast. The chem bombs are thick and heavy across the center of the storm as the nudge EMF mode bumping is going on. Boom, boom, into that. That bumps that bumps that, put in the one, shockwave that, around and round spins the deployment of more than likely a balloon or one of the hurricane hunters that'll be in the center there with the radars on the top, and they're military and they can put off all sorts of flary things and stuff. You know, the things I have showed you in the past. Yeah, let's see if we can get that one. Angel of Death chaff deployment. Look at this. You want to see some chem bombs? You told me the military can't do this.
This is one of the most heavily armed planes on the planet, designed to provide close.
This is military, and they could do this. They could do it quick, and they could deploy fast as fuck. Watch this. I'll get into what is going on. I need to loading it up, all the shells of whatever's going in, the boomins and the plumins of it all. You see what I'm showing you here? They can deploy shit in the sky ever so fucking quick. Yeah, that's a hell of a gun, isn't it? To defend ourselves. And then for one last measure, the Chemberra 2000. Here it comes. It's coming on his run. It's showing it. Here it comes. And it's going to put off the zipper line where it goes down the center and it shoots all the shit off on its side. And there's many other deployments. You have to look into fireworks from aircraft. And you're going to come up with all sorts of stuff that you're going to recognize what it looks like. You ain't playing games. We ain't playing games at all. You want to look at that again? Here I'll pop you a link to that. Because I can prove what the fuck I say. All yours is a slanderous opinion about me. And I'm tired of this. I am tired of it. I stopped covering your weather from bullies for 2 years. I'll cover it extra hard for 20. Just to make sure a free forecast is available to the poor of this world who deserve fair warning. Did you give them people 10 days warning for the coming event? Well, fuck if I didn't. I looked at all the pressures and gave you guys 15 days out. Holy shit, you guys got some waking up to do. And you wake up to this chem bombs and to see you've been slandered again online unnecessarily for giving a fuck. When they say no good deed goes unpunished, because there's always somebody making money you're interfering with. Well, fuck that dude. You want to support him, support him. But leave me out of it. Boom! Good to plume off the coast of England as it goes in and feeds into the storm. As one of the feeder bands takes the toxicity of that, it brings that fart right on into here. And boy, is it going to steam on down to New Zealand, and the beams are coming hard and heavy. Yeah, let me show you some of them here. Here's some EMF beams, electromagnetic frequency, from various devices located around the world and on ships, mobile platforms, trucks, radar things that can stimulate the atmosphere. In other words, perturb it, it's called. Atmospheric perturbation by EMF, right? Electromagnetic frequency. Infrasonic undulations and stuff can be done, various sine wave forms. Since Ken, you probably need a science lesson. I don't do almanacs. Almanac sounds like somebody's in on a club and knows the weather plan, actually. Like Benjamin Franklin had an almanac. And, you know, he was also a high mason who set up the French Revolution and the American Revolution's bankrolling. Yeah, he was the traveler. Yeah, we got a big blast shooting up here. Bzzz, coming across Australia, moving that toward that. Let's see what's hit New Zealand. Oh, we had a big straight line coming through here. Yeah, there's your corridor. So when it hits this line here, the V is slightly like that. She's going to ride in slow. Really slow. Big pulse should come over to here to come out that way from here. I'm waiting for it. Maybe that's the epicenter there. And that the guiding one will happen later. You see the V right here? But she's going to ride the I. The center's right about here. She's going to suck right into that. Right into that cone. So she took a quick jump to the over to the east. But there's an EMF wall that's been created by the Glitchensteins. They call it a glitch, but they create weather. Called NICS-RED radars. And when you start asking for better weather coverage, you're asking for new NICS-RED radars is what that politician is going to ask for. You're going to get better coverage. No more Legos to go by, right? But that means you get new dipole, tripole that can go offline as soon as you're doing it. That's not the one I wanted. I went beams. And then I want the National Loopy. Then we'll go National Loopy. I can go Met Service New Zealand, but you own that topic. You're not allowed to talk about chem bombs and stuff like that, which is actually creating the atmospheric dynamics needed to fuel, the various flows needed. Your laminar and lateral flows, the turbulent flows on certain edges and insides. This beam here creating a corridor of heated outflow. Yeah, that's a spark gap. But yeah, what EMF is released when a spark gaps? It creates an EMP pulse. It goes out in many directions. It also heats the atmosphere around it. You ever get hit? You ever get lit up by a stray spark in a spark plug? HEI ignition system all full forward? Yeah, or ever have the spark come out the keys in your pocket when you're leaning over? I have. On a fender. Yeah, you got to learn some skills in this fucking life or you call me out. I'll science your ass to death. I can fit every official state excuse that comes out of your mouth, Ken King. I can do here. But Ken King rhymes with wanking. The ring. Ken ring. Your ring. What a lurch. Change your name to Lurch. You ring. Spouting the official state line, and you're not allowed to talk about certain things. Did he kick you out of his group and keep the money? Because he's charging a lot of money. Yeah, yeah. Did you want to just look at the forecast? Give me £6. I could. What if I said that to you guys? No, you want to know about that? Now give me a fiver, or I'm gonna halt this forecast right now. Fuck that shit. Now I'm looking at the EMF corridor here. It's still open. It can come a little closer to shore, and then the Venturi effects of the winds will do the steering through here, and they're going to cut some of the moisture into Queensland. And here you get some very high totals around the Gold Coast last night in 2 hours, 200 mils. But I told you you're going to get about a quarter meter to a third of a meter, right into the 300 mils to the 250 mils. So you got more to come. That was in one batch. That tendril came ashore. I told you it was coming. And I showed the bombs and everything that made it. Because I'm very often, you might want to do this there, Mr. Ring. You ring. You can go over here, right? And you can look at these storms. And you'll see the sudden nucleations of things. And then get the same time, go over here and look. And see, was that a chem bomb going off that made that storm? Huh? Is that zipper line looking thing like they show military can do? Huh? Yeah, is it possible military did it? Were there any flights that we could correlate in it that we know about? Do we see anything? Did we see anything using our eyes? Just tell me you did. You don't believe you're all liars all the time like everybody tries to think everybody is these days. Let's give benefit of truth back to each other. Look at the flower of death right here. Boom, boom. And then underneath it, two of them are simultaneous boominations. And I bet that's going to fuel something. That caused a lot of shock waves through the cloud. Hemmed a lot of chem through here too. Look at this to the west of Maryborough. Hey, Lurch, look. You ring. Hey, I sell rings. It's your silver. You sell rings because you sold yourself out to the system. You fucking ring seller. I don't like the bullying I get from New Zealand especially much. When it was told to my face when I was talking to somebody about chem that I shouldn't have an opinion about it, I should go back to America. It's the most racist thing I ever heard a Maori say to me, and how dare you ever put racism on somebody else when you ever complain about it in your life, when you projected it out of me and as a guest at somebody's house on their porch. See this boom? I'm following it. Come on, Ken Ring. Talk about it. Talk about it. Tell the truth. They're fueling your fucking demise with chem. They've been documenting it for days. They're keeping your atmosphere absolutely saturated. Look at these bombs going off over your country right now. This was at 4 hours ago. This was at 9:30. That's 42 minutes ago. No, I'm not reloading. There's another one. Chem bombs, they caping and they flood your fucking waka. Do you got a waka now, or do you got a yacht? Because boy, a yacht. That's what John Sully used to call it, a yacht instead of yacht. I digress. You guys are getting sprayed like bugs, man. These are my Wanua. How do you know I'm not one of your ancestors from the hill? Come back here. Give me my war club. I ain't coming with a haka this time. You won't see. You never, ever, ever. See the spirit coming. Look at these bombs going off here. Boom! Explosion. See the explosion? And it created two distinct shock waves. Equal, opposite reactions going on. Top deck, low deck, ass cloud. Right there across Cook Strait, coming across the Blenheim. As we go over here toward Kaikoura, which I'm very concerned about because look at the square here, the EMF. It's most likely that's Blenheim spy station when they told you they dismantled shit. Nah, they probably just handed it off to the University of Auckland. Like when they said they dismantled, they were shutting HARP down. Now they handed that off to the University of Alaska, which handed it off to the Army ROTC and Aero ROTC, the Reserve Officer and Training Program. And so then again, the military was operating the HARP the whole time. So you got to watch. The University of Auckland did a lot of experiments with EMF. They had 5 HARP buoys that they put out in the Cometic Trench. Only 4 came back. One of them was unaccounted for. Yeah, we sometimes suspect its use. But, you know, when you want to give out that official state line so you could be doing lines like Scarface and standing in the buffet line, selling out your Wanua in the house like a prime minister, then you disgust me. And you're going to trash the name of somebody trying to help people and make sure they stay safe? Well, I only got... Shame on you. Just shame on you. And you're getting paid that much money? That's disgusting. So I popped you a link to that. Hey, I didn't tell you not to join or anything. I just said, there it is. This is going on. Yeah, they won't even get me on bullying rules on this one. And you called me out. Why don't you have the balls to talk to me like a man? Nice cowboy hat. Yeah, I bet you I'm right. I bet you I'm right. I bet you that hat. I'll give you the same bet I gave Hoodie. Bet his hat. Yeah, he denied chemtrails too. Couldn't believe it. Using his validity as a pilot to say it wasn't real. What a fucking shame. Hey, any meteorologist in the world sit down with me. Yeah, I'll get you to say it's. Want me to bring up Napier Shaw, Sir Napier Shaw's work? The Oxford Press. It was in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I'll show you his work, and I can show you how chemicals are recreating the conditions of that make a natural cloud occur. I can also show you some scumbaggery right here coming over the top of Bay of Carpentaria or whatever they're calling it now. Look at that. Would you look at the girl? Boom, 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 plume, plume. Big old square plume going by. Numbnut is a numbnut. And that means maybe they don't breed if they get numbnuts. Because numbnuts have vaxxed themselves away. Hey, maybe that's what's happened. It's the AI link to the supercomputer that's happened between the nanoparticles has brought the AI 4D quantum world link into a 3D body. I think it's. Or either that or somebody ain't thinking or thinking too much about their wallet. And that's the one I think. Now look at these plumes over here. You see the beam line? So you got some beaming going on. See, I don't know if it's showing up or not. Let's find out. There's a beam right here. Bzzz, getting fried from Katrin. There's a beam going on right there. That's electromagnetic frequency perturbation of the atmosphere using an X-ray radar. Yeah, learn about that. You got a lot more science to learn about than how a cloud is made. You better go into electric universe. You got to know about thermodynamics, viscosity of fluids and movements. You have to know about water. Water is very important. It has lots of different properties to it. You got to know about electricity, of course. Planetary positions, flows of the. You got to know where the big devices in Antarctica are located and how they can suddenly generate high pressure using them. And those are very important. Usually the grant programs of the universities that fund the devices are listed as other programs. And I go find them. Yeah, I just look through the grant programs to find those. Oh, I can own you. Hey, I'm doing it now, actually. I'm owning a new ring. Dry, that one. It's dry. It's very salty. And I'm tired of the lies. As I see a great big batch here coming down the creek, and that's packing a wallop. Boom. See the pulsation to him. It's shooting all this water back now. Now it's coming back in. Back. Shaken, not stirred. Eventually they shake it too hard. That'll tendril. That's a chem bomb line. It's a very typical one, actually. So let's go look. Let's get the exact location. Because this to me is accurate. An almanac can be loosely written. Oh, look, it happened. I was a few days off. No, I'm telling you when it's going to smack Auckland. And you're giving me shit for being correct. And, you ring. Go lurch yourself. Really, sell yourself to the system. Me? I'm just going to say you guys got some problems in these lines coming. I'm trying to get the exact peninsula. Right here. Where that thing looks like it's running. The running man. Uh-huh. Got chicken legs. See that? That's chicken leg man. What happened to your head? It's possessed. It's Ken. I'm going to call that Ken. I used to call the Karens and Kennys the big complainers that asked for the manager. He's living up. When you call me out and you don't even have the balls to talk to me first, man, that's just. That's gutless. Telling us we can't talk about chembombs and chemtrails, that's a paddling. The vag cloud, that look normal to you, or does it look pinched off with EMF? Looks pretty pinched off to me. It's a merkin. Happy Valentine's. Boom! Right. The glitch is making a cloud. This one looked like a swastika earlier. It did. And then the internet went out. Dun, 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 dun. Hitler's head. Aye. It's a new crest. My God, that's Fucking geosculpted his hull. It was blading. Whoop. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Okay, there, you don't even get what you pay for. You get gate kept. That's what's called gatekeeping. Mason much? Sons of Liberty. Is it interesting? Swasticular formation. Here he is. Here's one of my geosculpting pictures. The face of the Caesar appears. He's kind of glossy looking. It's a Klausy cloud. To go with your Fauci ouchie. The Bill Gates gravedigger. Oh. Look at this bombs right here. It's a bomb field. One's extremely obvious. Ever so obvious here. Near Wabbit Flat. You got chem bombs coming round Wabbit Flat. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 back. Don't be a chicken shit. Lurch. You ring. And thank you very much, Kathy, for bringing that to my awareness. We have to take out our own trash when there's a number 2 in your sky. And your weather is shit. Our deployment number 52. Really? Numerology much? That's disgusting. So let's get back to the fuckery of it all. I'm gonna give you the weather plan. The wind is blowing, and the chem bombs keep on growing, and the Nile circuit is getting paid, and it's flowing. That dude more worried about losing a fucking donation. Maybe you got one guy that's giving him a lot, and your little don't matter. Yeah, there's something going on there. Chem bombs are fueling this storm, and boy, are they moving it with some big rocket beams. Rocket Man. Burn it up the fuse and boom some more. It ain't all done with jet planes anymore. Paris Accord that shit, you'll find the methods. And I'll be happy to own you anytime, anywhere. I didn't even got to do my exercises. I already know. I already know my facts. And the fact is, you are getting paid, Mr. Ken Ring, to give weather forecast. And anybody that disagrees with you might cost you subscription money. And as it gets over to the island over here, right? The EMF it is going to take a big right turn. Right turn at Albuquerque. Here it goes. The wabbit hole is open, and she's gonna take a turn. Here's the handoff. Was combination of there should be a big blast come off the coast here that day. And when it does, the earthquake risk is going to rise from here. And they did when that big beam, I said we're going to in advance have a CME. Yeah, they did. But they forgot to shake the camera. All they did was just show it go on and off. And there's always solar wind, so nobody even shook the camera. Yeah, they gave that excuse. Here she comes Sunday. Hi. Let's move it along. Move it along. Move it along. As I said, here she comes. Halfway through the day, smacking. Dr. Smackestein. He says, I want to go see Auckland. I want to see Auckland. They need some fourth industrial revolution. They need some smarting it up. And she's just kissing. She's kissing. It looks like they're doing an EMF beam holding it off. That's a worse scenario of all. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's likely because they've been targeting this hill here. What's here? What is here mineral-wise? What minerals are here? I need to know. That's what I need to know. Yeah, I'm calling my guns. Auckland, you're getting smacked, and they're now at the point where they're hiding the data. This does the tau. I take all this shit off, and I zoom back here. This is the tau. Right, double low. Yeah, it's a split. That happens when it drags. So either she comes across or here. I don't agree with this pet, because she's pulling this way. Low dog is down here. I spotted it earlier at 959. So everything's leaning here. Everything's trying to flow towards the lowest number. Right? Less pressure. High flows toward low. Hot flows toward cold. Learn these relationships. Higher amperage electricity wants to get to a lower load and equalize. Everything is seeking entropy. An entropatic system. Ooh, I don't believe this. Because the bubble up is clearly here. The only way that storm misses Auckland is by turning Auckland Raider on. Auckland Raider has to come on. If they turn a big device on here, it'll shatter the storm. If they hit it here, it's way too close. It'll shatter the storm. Um, yeah, they could beam that from here still. A ship can follow this. A plane could go inside it, and balloons can float. I have to point out that obvious. I'm sticking with my gun. My forecast is still accurate. I'm just really tired of the bullying I get. And I will say it. If you wish to support my work, it's Koha. Remember Koha only? Yeah, well, that's how I roll. Some people they can't afford a freaking goddamn pot noodle, but they deserve to know whether the 5 pot noodles they got left should be put on a higher shelf. You may support it at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Sharing is caring. So get the warnings out that you feel need to go out. I don't force nobody to do nothing. You see where you just got fucked? Did you see what just came in? Told you. They're moving to Tundra, and everybody's looking over to the fucking east, and they're gonna fuck you from the west. Yeah, and they're gonna shatter that moisture. So that means Alice has to come on full beam straight up, and Tennant Creek Corridor gets it. I think they want a road here. I was tracing a line. If I logistically, a canal system from here through to here, utilizing these lakes here, could be proposed as a flood alternative place, and we put bunches of pipes toward it. Boy, could this be a vast area of great investment if you knew where the high ground was, that when they flooded out the lake became a little island. Oh, look at the dolphin. Come on, get some Imaginarium here. A canal system right up there that would rock your trade. You won't see it would be autonomous drivings. You wouldn't see any animals get run over by cars like you would with the trucks. A canal system is viable. You ocean salt water, and they can use the salt water to geoengineer, salinate the land, and ruin your crops. Why would they do that? Because they want to sell you fake food detoxifiers. A company was called Monsanto. Well developed. The seeds that are resistant to the heavy metals that we're finding falling out from the sky. Yep. What a fucking shame. So you could be in denial all you want, but denial is a river in Egypt, and denial is a terrible thing to be in when you're watching 3 6s go before your eyes in front of the skies that's descending over near Chemberra, where brave people have decided to have had enough, and they're going for a freedom rally down there. And they're going to influence the coast road too. You guys definitely got some pop-ups coming. It's the way home, man. Get you on the way home. And in between then, they want you to have starry nights with some fallout of chem from your west, just descending all over the top of you. And Camp Barrett is located right over here. Ooh, oh no, I'm in the ocean. Excuse me. Boy, that was a bit off. Oh, it's even worse. Holy fucking shit. Oh, they're getting stoned and sconed. My gosh, look at the chem here, huh? Chem bombs, they came and made us, toxified your skies. Hello, Charlie. You're not good enough to be Star-Kissed. So they took the chem bombs and took the starlight away from you people. They bombed you from here to there to everywhere. It's a long way to diarrhea sky, not so much. It's a long way to sky is diarrhea. Boom! You're being chemically attacked by a corporation known as Australia. Fulfill your oaths, law officers. Fulfill your oaths, judges. Fulfill your life. What a fucking shame. You're getting you on the way home again. You have to Bruce all of that flooding on the coast roads locally. Very heavy at times. Quick gets. So let's look at some of the accumulations over the tons. Ouch. Right, so my biggest area of concern is the coastline areas of here. Could receive upward and over half a meter of water coming in along here during the next 10 days of this event. Some very, 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 very terrible situation along this coastline. Do they want a new coastal highway here? Because that's damn sure going to get you off your land. My gosh. This port here, I was watching, would be a great, great port. This here. This is a fantastic port here. He's got a lot of shielding. From all the climate chaos being caused by all the boom boom plums. Yeah, so the coastline here is going to be bringing in stuff toward Catherine again of the ungodly nature over half a meter on the 10s. Yeah. Fucking hell. Actually looks like most of that actually is coming now. You get a tundra. That's coming to Queensland. See the arc? You're getting it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not again. It's a mighty precise line. A lot of tendrils across the center, so you're going to have catastrophic flooding along Canteen Creek, this area here. Tennant Creek again. Again. The Mount Ice at Tennant Creek Highway Road is proceeding on schedule. Oh, you got to get rid of all the land animals before you put that road in, or the pictures of them dying on the front of the trucks won't go down very well. My God, it's disgusting. Right, that's all I'm going to have for today. I think. We have a few bad ones out here. It's this one here just west of Kansas is spinning. This one's spinning headed that way. I'm sorry, I got upset. I'm having a hard time with this. As we're getting on the 1 year anniversary of my first warning for Lismore. It's still going on. There's still a weather war over country I've been reporting on for years, and people don't believe me. And I got people who are paid to make money off of the fear of forecastings and people wanting to know what's going on. Trashing my name again behind my back. If you want me to die, just come over here and challenge me to a duel. We'll fix this. I'm not afraid to die. Every morning is a good day to die, you know. If you don't feel that way, you're not prepared to meet your maker. I'm always prepared for that. I'll fucking welcome that day. Because I know we won the war. And as I look at the Great Barrier Reef, once again, chem-bombed all to fucking hell. And the people along this coast being subjected to thunders and lightnings and the distance of their sleeping patterns. And I see a zipper formation of chem bombs go along that's very militarized. And I see another person trashing my name this morning. I'm going to say, be you, be free, be oneness, be safe. If I miss